Mike, you heard last week's show.
Yeah.
And you took something to heart from it. Well, I was surprised.
Well,
I was surprised by this.
I was inspired, let's say.
See, this is what I like. This is what I like.
You made the case for a White Castle fish sandwich that you've modified with an onion ring and hot sauce.
That's right.
And it piqued my interest.
Yeah. Some people are calling it the Scharpling.
Yeah, the Scharpling.
When you ordered it, you say, give me 4 Scharplings? Or did you do the proper name?
And they looked at me like I was some sort of crazy person.
Yeah.
So then I told them the makings of the Scharpling, and I got them.
So you went you went into, first of all, you said you had never been inside a White Castle.
Yeah, this White Castle has been on Route 9 for many years. I'm thinking maybe 20 years. And I've literally only been there a couple times. Where are
we talking? Near the Route 935 intersection?
You mean 33?
I thought, Route 35 goes south.
Freehold?
No, you're further south than me. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Do you think that if this White Castle was on Route 9 for like, say, 50 years, do you think it would have possibly been in the lyrics to Born to Run?
Well, it was. He said in Born to Run, he's like, sprung from cages on Highway 9, stopped off to get a Scharpling for me and Wendy as we drive down to the boardwalk.
I thought it was, but wasn't sure if we'd have time.
They got no hot sauce. So, Mike, you've never been inside a White Castle before. So this was you going to White Castle, going inside.
Yeah. I've been to this White Castle literally less than 5 times,
over the course.
It's always been kind of late at night. You go through the drive-through, you do that, and that's that.
They should have at the drive-through a breathalyzer, and they would they should have a cell at the end of it.
Sometimes I worked late, and sometimes,
No, I'm just saying there's a lot of people showing up drunk at White Castle.
There's nothing else open at that time.
White Castle's that bailout move where somebody's just like, hey, I gotta get something in my stomach. I'm too drunk. I guess White Castle will do it.
It does the trick.
Yeah. The trick being shave years off your life. That's the magic trick it does.
Yeah. It settles the stomach.
Yeah. So what was it like going in a White Castle for the first time?
Well, yeah. What you described last week was actually true. About it's set up to be hosed down.
Yeah.
But I would say that they could have used a little more hosing down, and I mean it's starting to show a little wear and tear in this.
Yeah,
place.
no, every once in a while, seems like every 10 years, if there's a White Castle, they just got to knock it down and build a new one up where they run it into the ground. And then there's no cleaning up a White Castle. You just got to start over.
There was a lot of seating. I was surprised by the amount of seating. I thought everybody just went to the drive-thru.
No, Pat, you've been in a White Castle before?
Oh yeah, but I just, while you guys were talking, I figured out the lyric. It would be, sprung from cages on Highway 9, got 2 Scharplings at White Castle when I didn't think we'd have the time.
There it is. That's it. Exactly. That was. If you go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you'll see the original lyrics written on a White Castle bag.
I've actually been to the one. There was one on Route 22 for a while, right?
Pat, there's a lot of them on Route 22.
Yeah, I've been to at least one on there. I've been to the Jersey City one, of course. I now work, my new day job, which I like very much, is on a corner in Lower Midtown that has a White Castle. I'm not going to say where, but I haven't been yet. But I see it out the window, and I'm thinking about it.
I want to say I have a couple friends who love White Castle. They live in Hoboken, but the only White Castle they could go to is in Princeton. So there's the only one between Hoboken and Princeton. So they get in their car and they are high when they're doing this. My friends are Harold and Kumar. I remember seeing that movie and just being like, There's plenty of White Castles between Hoboken and Princeton, actually. Why don't they just go to Elizabeth? They'd be fine in Elizabeth. City. Yeah. No, but look, those are the things you have to forgive in the course of a movie. You forgive that stuff.
Suspend your disbelief.
Suspend your Thank you, Pat. So, Mike, you go in. You're impressed by the amount of seating.
Yeah, it was a lot of seating, and the workers were mostly older ladies, which I appreciated.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can trust these people with my food.
Sure, yes. You're not dealing with any kid with the
riffraff,
blast and death grips.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Trying to
deal with some Chapel Rowan fan.
Pull a prank for a TikTok where he spits into my burger.
Yeah, none of that. You don't have to worry about that. You're not worried suddenly you're going to get David Dobrik.
I didn't see one influencer back there.
No influencers. White Castle's an influencer-free zone. So you go up to the counter, you order. Yeah. What did you order?
You know what? Our good friend, our mutual friend on Twitter, Marissa Baldessaro, weighed in on the Wendy's situation, and she actually plugged the chicken sandwich.
The White Castle chicken sandwich, yeah.
Yeah, which I've never had the chicken sandwich.
Okay.
So I'm like, hey, I'm going to do a 2-for-1 deal here. I'm going to get 2 fish sandwiches.
Yeah.
2 chicken sandwiches with cheese, both with cheese.
Yeah, both with cheese.
An order of onion rings.
Yeah, and a cold soda.
No, I got the shake because you
said
the shake was... Yeah, the chocolate shake. You said that was part of the deal. I haven't had a shake in decades.
Mike broke a chocolate shake for the first time in decades.
Trying new things.
Look at this. This is the new thing. This is like a bucket list for you.
Yeah.
Although this will accelerate.
My White Castle bucket list.
This will weirdly accelerate your demise.
I'll never have to go there again because I've tried it all.
Yeah.
And I really went out on a limb. I ordered the clam strips, which
I will stand by those clam strips. We'll talk about that. Well, I wanted to say we'll get to that. I just want to say clearly Mike didn't like the clam strips. I just want to say
I should have photographed.
You should have
missed some opportunities.
White Castle, it's a bucket list because you bring a bucket to throw up in. No, that's when you cross over.
And you ask them for the bucket. They have it behind the counter.
You call it crossing it off your bucket list when you throw up in the White Castle bucket. I would go get one of those Home Depot buckets that are like 99 cents. That just the orange buckets they sell. Because they have their names on it. It's like the equivalent of buying a T-shirt. So you go in, you order 2 chicken sandwiches, 2 fish sandwiches, and clam strips, onion rings, and a shake.
Yeah. I'm still feeling the effects. It's just laying in there.
That's like a Trump menu.
Yeah, no. I mean, I haven't been eating my usual garbage from the egg foo what days. So this is like me catching up with the,
You're building it back up now. Your stomach healed. Your stomach healed for a couple months there, and now you're ruining it again. So, tell me about what the food was like.
Okay, so first up, I tried the fish sandwich as you prescribed.
Yeah,
I set it up. There'll be a little video dropping tomorrow. I should have got a little more coverage. I should have had a photo of the clam strips. I'm regretting that. Today, I'll be trying the Scharpling for the first time. The Scharpling is a White Castle fish sandwich. The White Castle onion ring. And some hot sauce. In this case, Texas Pete. I'll give it a generous helping. I like hot sauce. The fish appears crispier than I expected. I should have got some footage.
Mike, this is not the only thing you should regret from this story is not getting a picture of the clam strips. There are bigger things I could do. No pun intended, bigger fish to fry than you were not getting a picture of the clam strips.
Well, I when I describe what it was like, I think you're going to wish I had a picture of it. But anyway, so on observation, the fish looked a little crispier than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought it was going to be sort of a soft fish sticky type thing.
Yeah.
And it was actually, I mean, this could be just this place. Is it usually sort of well done?
That happened when I went to the one when I was in New Jersey last week. It was more well done than I'm used to.
I got it with cheese too, by the way. It's crunchier than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a mushy mess, but it holds up well. It's not falling apart. Is it really fish? Again, you be the judge. It's got a slight fish sticky taste to it. Overall, not bad. Do they just drop it in the deep fryer? I mean,
yeah, of course they just drop it. You think this is not exactly Mario Batali is not back there helping with he's not this is not the bear where you got somebody.
It was pretty crunchy.
Yeah.
You know, I did have the hot sauce. They did have Pete's, Texas Pete's hot sauce. Is that what you usually get?
Whatever's in that little packet is what I use. So you go. You take the fish sandwich. You take the top bun off.
Yep.
You put an onion ring on.
Right.
You put some hot sauce on.
Yeah.
You put that top bun back on.
Yeah.
That's the Scharpling.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me.
And I was generous with the hot sauce.
Good. Yeah. You want to go for it. Yeah. You want to get a good amount on there. No, I'm just all I'm going to say. I've done this show long enough with you. I know where this is going. You are the destroyer of dreams. If I have something, you like to take it and break it. Tell me about your opinion of my favorite fast food sandwich.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 stars.
4 out of 5. Really?
No. I mean, it was. I was going in with low expectations.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought it was going to be mushy.
Yeah.
And it was, in fact, quite crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
I like crunchy.
Yeah.
The fish itself, let's again, let's
be honest about it.
This is White Castle, right? That burger, what they call a burger, I've never determined that it's actual meat.
No,
it's like a smear or something.
It's something that's going on there.
The consistency there, where like it's just like mushy. So I figured that's a mushy burger.
Hold on a second, Mike. Hold on, Mike. Someone in the chat just said, "Tom, you love some trash ass food." How dare you? If they saw this stuff, you think I eat just this stuff like this? No, I just talk about this stuff. They're going to talk about eating a salad.
He hasn't had it in 5 years.
Yeah,
right?
I haven't had it in 5 years. You think we're talking about? Oh, I had a salad the other day. Ooh, what an interesting thing that'll be.
So it was okay. It felt like I mean, fish sticks were a common staple for me growing up.
Sure.
So it sort of took me back to the old fish stick days. So yeah, a crunchy fish stick.
Yeah. Did you like the idea of the hot sauce? You see what I was going for with the onion ring and the hot sauce, though, right? No.
Yeah. Let's talk about the onion ring for a little bit.
Okay.
The onion ring.
Like I got called into the principal's office.
The onion ring. It's the same onion ring from Burger King, right? I mean,
well, not literally.
They're getting the onion rings from the same supplier. I mean, it tastes exactly the same.
They're probably making them all in the same plant, and then some go over to the White Castle thing, and some go over to the Burger King thing.
Yeah.
You know what I like about a fast food onion ring, though, versus like, you'd think like, oh, I'm going to a restaurant, they're going to be better.
Yeah.
No, you bite into an onion ring at a restaurant or a diner or something, and it's usually not as good because the onion's thicker and it's slimier, and it pops out. It like pops out of the onion, and you're like, what am I gonna?
Thank you, Pat. Yeah. I gotta eat some weird, overbreaded, giant onion ring.
Yeah,
that there's like half an onion inside that thing.
It's not. It's too thick. But it's the
Yes.
opposite of fast food. It's thin. It's nice. It's like got like a little crunchiness. It's
Pat
nice.
gets it. Pat gets
Yeah,
it.
I like a flaky onion ring, where you can see that they actually dipped it in flour and fried
batter.
it like a real thing. It wasn't, and you can actually see the onion. I mean, these onion rings. You take a bite, you look at it, and you see like something pale in there.
There might not be an onion in there.
Is that an onion or is that onion sludge?
The whole thing with the onion ring is the secret of the fast food, the White Castle onion ring is the onion's beside the point. There might not even be one in there.
I know.
It's breading. It's fried breading you're eating.
No. Just like the meat is beside the point with the slider.
That should be White Castle's name. It's beside the point. It should be there on the logo. Open 24 hours. It's all beside the point. Okay.
I'm going to blow your mind in a little bit. But,
okay.
So the onion ring, it spices up the sandwich. If you didn't have the hot sauce on there, the onion ring, it would be a little bland.
It's a little zip.
Dry,
I'm trying. So you got the cheese between the cheese and the hot sauce and the onion ring. That's all your food groups right there. That's health food.
Yeah, that's health.
Vegetables. Think about it. Fish, very healthy brain food. Vegetables, onion ring. Hot sauce, great for keeping you keeps you awake. Hot sauce, great for that. The bun is very good. It calms you down, keeps you right in the same place. The cheese, it gets you the dairy, which is the healthiest thing you could ever have is dairy. It's all in one little thing.
Yeah, there you go. Small package.
You'll never get sick. If you eat 12 of those a day, you will never get sick because you'll just die.
No, let me go back to
Okay.
what you just said.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, your number for these sandwiches when you go in there is 5.
Yeah, something like that.
Is that your number?
Yeah.
Okay. I could not do 5. I would be in real bad shape if I did 5. I got 2 of these fish sandwiches. I got 2 of the chicken sandwiches. And here's the mind blower for everybody. The chicken is the best option in there.
In White Castle.
It is the most substantial sandwich you can get at White Castle. Again, I should have photographed the cross cut of the sandwich. It's like white meat. You don't see any of that gray meat that you see in a McNugget or something.
Yeah.
It looks like it's all white meat, and it's like, real chicken. This one, you can say this isn't like some weird chicken spread like the other 2 sandwiches.
Yeah.
It's just sort of, some stuff that's put together and fried up. But the chicken sandwich is a good option, and it's filling.
Okay.
So I was full.
No, what about so you were full, you were satisfied.
2 chicken.
You're going to give the chicken sandwich what on a scale of 5?
I guess I'm going to give it a 5.
A 5
for White Castle. That's
for White Castle. For fast, yes. You're saying within the realm of
I'm
fast
saying it's
food
the best option.
Yeah,
the best option in White Castle. And White Castle, like I said, I don't go there often. I know what it is.
You're not supposed to.
I know. Yeah, right. I want to live.
Yeah. Now you would go to, what would you give the fish sandwich then on a scale of 1 to 5?
Yeah, I'll give it 4.
4.
And of course, the burger is like a 1, because it's like, what is that? You only eat that when you're drunk. I mean, if you're sober, you should, figure it out that you don't want to eat that.
Yeah. I love it. And what about the clam strips?
All right. The clam strips. It was just like these little burnt up bits of fried matter.
Yeah.
I mean, there were two or 3 bits that looked like they qualified, that maybe there was some clam in there, but the rest looks like they could have dredged it up from the bottom of the deep fryer and like throw it in a box. These look like clam strips, right? You can see the workers back there fishing the stuff out of the bottom of the deep fryer.
Yeah.
Whether it's fish or chicken or burger.
Yeah.
It's all just fried
It's all
matter.
fried. It's like being on the boardwalk. It's like being on the boardwalk with that thing. They just throw anything in that fryer. Ice cream sandwich. Where they would have like, you get a Snickers bar, deep fried Snickers bar.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They're just throwing anything in that fryer.
Yeah.
What do you call what is the thing, the boardwalk, you get the on the plate with the powdered sugar on it? Why am I blanking on the name?
Zeppelis?
A Zeppeli. Yeah. Not a Zeppeli. No, like the one that's like.
Zeppelis are the little.
The Zeppelis are the
like
balls.
Funnel
like
cake.
The funnel cake.
Funnel cake.
You get the funnel cake. The thing is, the clam strip ain't far away from funnel cake. It's only missing powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more of the speed. The clam strips on the screen.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty accurate. Although those strips look a little hardier than the ones I had.
Hardier.
I mean, I had about 2 of those. Something fell out. I don't know what that is. Is that fish? You be the judge. Makes it sound like that. In my box, and the rest were like what's being like. Look, you see the one on the bottom?
Yeah, that's what you got.
Burnt thing.
That little
burnt thing. That's
yeah.
what mine. The whole box looked like that.
That little lost soul.
Some a little larger than others, but very few of those hearty, meaty ones in the middle.
So the clam strips get what? 1 star?
Yeah, 1 star. I
star.
can't recommend those.
I just want to say this. I've never been more proud. My fish sandwich choice got the same as my book from Mike. He's consistent.
Yeah, that's where he was going with this.
It's a step up. It's a step up.
Look, I appreciate Mike.
Step up from the burger. So yeah, I mean,
Mike, I appreciate.
Go for the fish, the chicken.
That's exactly. Stay away from the burger. I appreciate you. You took the leap, Mike. I appreciate it. You went for it. Thank you.
Okay.
For giving it a shot.
I'll drop the video tomorrow.
The video will drop of Mike's White Castle experience. Although the video will probably continue with Mike going to see a doctor of why he has stomach pains will not go away. And...
No, I didn't shoot the footage in the White Castle itself. I took it home. I don't want to be one of those people out in public embarrassing myself.
Yeah. All right.
I'll do that at home.
Mike, you're speaking my language.